In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college football games happening on November 18, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Kansas State versus Kansas. Get ready for a thrilling showdown in the Big 12 as the Kansas Jayhawks play host to their in-state rivals, the Kansas State Wildcats, in a fierce battle for the coveted Governor's Cup trophy. This storied series, dating back to the early 20th century, stands as the 4th longest-running rivalry in college football, capturing the essence of competition and tradition. Known as the Sunflower Showdown, Kansas has historically held the upper hand in both football and basketball, but the recent resurgence of Kansas State, now ranked in the nation's top 25, adds a compelling twist to this age-old rivalry. With Kansas slipping out of the rankings, the matchup promises intense action and a passionate display from both sides. The Wildcats have showcased their prowess, embarking on an impressive scoring run in the initial 9 games of the season. Averaging 38.6 points per game with 47 total touchdowns, Kansas State has seamlessly blended ground and passing attacks, amassing 204.2 yards per game on the ground and 248.4 yards per game through the air. In their recent triumph against Baylor, the Wildcats dominated with a 59-25 victory, as quarterback Will Howard orchestrated an impressive 235-yard, 3-touchdown performance, complemented by DJ Giddens' 115 rushing yards and Ben Sinnott's receiving prowess. On the flip side, the Jayhawks demonstrated consistency early in the season, winning 7 of their first 9 games with an offense producing an average of 35 points per game. While leaning on the rush for 198.1 yards per game, they faced a setback against Texas Tech, trailing 13-0 going into the 4th quarter and ultimately succumbing to a 16-13 defeat. Quarterback Cole Ballard managed 124 yards and a pick, while Devin Neal led the ground attack with 137 yards and a touchdown. A significant subplot to this matchup is Kansas State's dominance in the series, having secured victory in the last 10 encounters. The bookmakers have pegged them as favorites with an -8.5 spread, emphasizing their recent success. The key question looming over the game is whether the Jayhawks can contain Kansas State's potent offense, ranked 12th nationally with an average of 39 points per game. However, Kansas defense, allowing 160 yards rushing per game and struggling on 3rd downs, faces a formidable challenge against the Wildcats' efficiency. Notably, Kansas State boasts an advantage in the number of plays, running an average of 8 more per game than Kansas. This could be a pivotal factor in determining the game's outcome. The Wildcats' defense, allowing only 18.5 points per game, contrasts sharply with Kansas' defensive vulnerabilities, highlighted by a meager 26.5% success rate in stopping 3rd down conversions. The Wildcats' recent track record against Kansas, covering the spread in the last 4 games, further solidifies their position as favorites. The 3rd down efficiency, with Kansas State ranking 3rd in the country and the Jayhawks languishing in the bottom 3rd in preventing conversions, tips the scales decisively in favor of the Wildcats. Quarterback Will Howard's excellent form adds another layer to the Wildcats' advantage, contributing to their 14-game winning streak in the series. Despite Kansas State's 1-3 road record this season, the significance of this rivalry game is expected to propel them to a 2-score victory. So the Kansas State Wildcats to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. Shifting focus to the offensive dynamics, Kansas State's high-powered unit, averaging 74.4 plays per game and 39 points, showcases a formidable challenge for any defense. Last week's impressive 59-point performance against Baylor reinforces their offensive capabilities. Moreover, Kansas State's coach maintains an aggressive approach, frequently attempting 4th down conversions, supported by a 7-for-16 success rate this season. On the contrary, Kansas offense faced a setback last week, scoring only 13 points in their loss to Texas Tech. The quarterback situation, likely to be resolved with Bean's return, should contribute to a more potent offensive display, potentially reaching or surpassing the average points allowed by Kansas State. The historical over-under split between the two teams, standing at an even 5-5 over the last 10 matchups, sets the stage for an unpredictable but high-scoring contest. The total, initially set at 55.5, has risen by a point, suggesting a favorable outlook for an exciting offensive showcase. The weather forecast for Saturday, with mild temperatures and clear skies, further supports an environment conducive to both running and passing plays. With strong ground games on both sides and disciplined play, the contest is anticipated to be a back-and-forth battle regardless the outcome, free from significant mistakes. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Washington versus Oregon State. A rich and storied 107-game series appears to culminate this weekend, marking the final encounter between the number 5 Washington Huskies and the Oregon State Beavers as Pac-12 rivals. With an impressive historical lead of 68-4-35, Washington has long dominated this Pacific Northwest rivalry. Yet, this particular meeting carries unprecedented weight as the Huskies, eyeing a coveted college football playoff spot, face the number 11 Oregon State Beavers, who are eager to play spoiler and position themselves for a Pac-12 title bid. It's a fitting culmination for the Pac-12 as we bid farewell to this rivalry. Washington, under the leadership of Heisman candidate Michael Penix Jr., is on an undefeated march toward the Pac-12 title game and a potential college football playoff spot. Despite concerns arising from their narrow victories, the 5th-ranked Huskies, with a 10-0 record, have showcased resilience and determination. The upcoming clashes against number 11 Oregon State and a potentially final Apple Cup game against Washington State present challenging hurdles on their path to perfection. Looking beyond these rivalry matchups, the Huskies may find themselves in a decisive showdown in the Pac-12 title game, possibly facing off against Oregon or Arizona. Under Kalen DeBoer's guidance, the University of Washington football team has undergone a significant transformation, notably in fourth-quarter performance. Speculation about DeBoer's potential move to the Texas Aggies adds intrigue to the narrative. The emphasis on improved personal fitness has been non-negotiable, resulting in a remarkable fourth-quarter defensive display. Once criticized for a perceived soft defense, the team has allowed only one fourth-quarter touchdown in their last 4 outings, silencing skeptics and shutting out adversaries like Arizona State, South Florida, and Utah. Edge rusher Braylon Trice underscores the defense's dedication, challenging the notion that they don't receive the recognition they deserve. The fourth-quarter defensive statistics over 28 drives in 10 games underscore their dominance, yielding only 7 touchdowns, forcing turnovers on downs 9 times, causing 8 punts, and securing 4 interceptions. The Huskies' fitness, determination, and efficiency culminate in an impressive 81-48 scoring advantage during the final period. Oregon State, having quietly reemerged as a Pac-12 force, enters the upcoming weekend as a slight favorite over Washington. Their remarkable 62-17 victory against a formidable Stanford team propelled them to the number 10 spot in the AP poll and 11th in the CFP rankings. The Beavers' offensive prowess, highlighted by running back Damian Martinez surpassing 1,000 yards for the season, ranks 14th in the nation with an average of 38 points per game. With a perfect 5-0 record at Research Stadium, including a convincing 21-7 victory over Utah, Oregon State faces a Washington team that has shown a propensity for close games in recent weeks. As a 2.5-point favorite on several betting sites, the Beavers are gaining momentum, aiming to close the gap in the Pac-12 standings. The landscape of Pac-12 football takes an unexpected turn as the remaining Pac-12 teams, Oregon State and Washington State, chart a unique course for the Pac-2. Securing a preliminary injunction, these schools are now the sole remaining board members of the Pac-12, controlling the conference's revenue, potentially reaching $500 million, with the other 10 members departing for conferences like the Big Ten, Big 12, and Atlantic Coast Conference. The collegiate athletics landscape undergoes a seismic shift. While Tuesday's injunction is likely to be appealed, the two schools, facing scheduling challenges, explore the possibility of playing as their own conference, a move deemed realistic by those involved. This unique situation prompts questions about scheduling logistics, with the Beavers and Cougars actively seeking partnerships with Group of 5 leagues. The uncertainty extends to whether, as the Pac-2, they would have access to the 12-team college football playoff. Washington's defensive prowess in the final quarter remains exceptional, showcasing an ability to clamp down on opponents when it matters most. In their last 4 outings, the Huskies conceded only one fourth-quarter touchdown, notably shutting out potent teams like Arizona State, South Florida, and Utah during this critical period. Adding to the appeal is the experienced play of Michael Penix Jr., whose track record of comebacks this season in the Pac-12 speaks volumes about his poise under pressure. Penix Jr. consistently demonstrates a calm and collected demeanor in crucial moments, exemplified by the freestyle he delivered on the sideline before leading a fourth-quarter drive to win their biggest game this year against Oregon. The Beavers' formidable run defense poses a significant challenge, ranking among the best in the country. However, Oregon State will likely struggle to contain the Huskies' dynamic passing offense. On the flip side, the Beavers' balanced attack will provide a thorough test for the Huskies' defensive unit. Anticipating a proper back and forth battle, both teams should move the ball with ease. While the matchup is a close call, the trust in Michael Penix Jr. to make a difference in crunch time leads to the prediction that the Huskies will emerge victorious. Washington, having won 7 straight road contests and 10 of their previous 11 encounters with the Beavers, is expected to keep their perfect season alive. So the Washington Huskies to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Coach Klein DeBoer's tenure in Seattle has consistently leaned towards high-scoring affairs in Pac-12 games, boasting a 10-5-1 over record. Simultaneously, Oregon State, with an over-under record of 13-10-0 in the same time frame, showcases a propensity for engaging in high-scoring contests. Historical trends favoring the over continue to emerge as 5 of the last 7 encounters between Washington and Oregon State in Corvallis have exceeded the total. Additionally, the over is 4-1 in the Huskies' last 5 games overall and 6-2 in the Beavers' previous 8 outings at home. As mentioned earlier, these two teams are expected to have no problems moving the chains against each other, resulting in a high-scoring affair. The anticipation is that they will combine for a substantial number of points, potentially surpassing the 63.5-point line. The presence of experienced quarterbacks in Michael Penix Jr. and DJ Uiagalelei further supports the likelihood of a high-scoring game. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Texas versus Iowa State. The upcoming clash between the Texas Longhorns and the Iowa State Cyclones at Jack Trice Stadium promises an exciting bout of college football action. Texas, currently boasting a 9-1 record, narrowly secured a road victory against TCU in their recent weekend matchup. Meanwhile, the Cyclones, now standing at 6-4 overall, dominated Brigham Young University in a resounding win during their last appearance. The Longhorns have displayed a commendable performance throughout the season, averaging 34 points per game and securing 8 victories in their first 9 outings. Their offensive prowess is evident, with 271.2 passing yards per game, 16 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. On the ground, Texas has added 185.6 yards per game, complemented by 18 touchdowns and an impressive 4.9 yards per carry. In the nail-biting encounter against TCU, Texas maintained a comfortable lead of 26-6 going into the final quarter. However, a resilient TCU fought back, forcing the Longhorns to secure a 29-26 victory. Quarterback Quinn Ewers showcased his skills with 317 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception, primarily connecting with Xavier Worthy for 137 yards from 10 catches. Running back Jonathan Brooks contributed significantly with 104 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. On the flip side, the Cyclones faced some scoring challenges early in the season, averaging just 24 points per game in their first 9 outings. Nevertheless, their recent clash against Brigham Young University saw a remarkable turnaround, culminating in a 45-13 triumph. Quarterback Rocco Beck tallied 203 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Abu Sama rushed for 110 yards and 2 scores on 8 carries. Receiver Jalen Noel added to the offensive prowess with 5 receptions for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns. Iowa State's last outing against Brigham Young University showcased their defensive prowess, holding the Cougars to just 1 of 1 on 3rd downs and securing 3 takeaways. The Cyclones' offense was equally impressive, accumulating 443 total yards and 21 first downs. touchdowns, marking a consistent trend of scoring 21 or more points in each of their last 5 games, as the Longhorns aim to extend their 4-game winning streak, including 4 consecutive road victories. They face a formidable challenge from the Cyclones. Texas has excelled offensively, averaging more than 33 points per game, with a potent passing attack and a robust ground game. However, the Cyclones, with 4 wins in their last 5 games, present a formidable defense capable of thwarting both the run and pass. While Texas possesses undeniable talent, their occasional lapses in focus, exemplified by the fourth-quarter struggle against TCU, raise questions. Iowa State, well coached and resilient, rebounded from a 2-3 start to win 4 of their last 5 games, so the Iowa State Cyclones to cover the spread as underdogs is our full-game side pick. Examining the scoring trends, the Longhorns' average of 34 points per game, including 33 on the road, faces a challenge against an Iowa State defense giving up only 20 points per game at home. Conversely, the Cyclones' average of 26 points per game, with 25 at home, might struggle against a Texas defense allowing 20 points per game on the road. Considering the historical trend of the last 8 meetings playing under the projected total is our full-game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.